But I've spoken to Ventura, and I think he understands his own boundaries, you know, with all of that. And I think that if there was a question of um, what's the word I'm looking for? Conflict. He would just remove himself from the situation, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was, yeah.
But I think um I think the issue is like the optics or the perception, right? Like there is, even if it's not the truth, there may be a perception of leniency.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I went through when with Saints in Hades, obviously, when with my relationship with Perez. Um, but also, I don't know how important are the optics if there is no truth to them, like any of the claims, you know.
I suppose that the only real importance is just, you know, like if we're trying to have like a better work environment for people, right? And that they are working like together rather than against each other. Um you know, the optics do come into play of, you know, kind of that you know what it kind of seems like is it seems like Maxwell probably needs to have a conversation with Ventura.
Um, from what I've been told, well, okay, so you know, I got interrogated about the stuff with Snow, right? I'm assuming.
You got interrogated?
Well, questioned, whatever you want to call it, yes. By Doc.
Okay.
Yeah. But he also told me apparently there are
How could you
people.
do this? How could you do
Oh
this?
yeah, I definitely leaked everything, bro. It was all me. But like the after that conversation, he basically assured like he doesn't think I did anything, but also he said that he had to check because there are people who continuously mention um, the allegations that I've leaked to Hydra and stuff because of the document that was put out. And obviously,
You didn't leak anything
I
though.
there's no truth to
Like
anything that's in that document outside
it
the fact
was
that
yeah,
I
I mean,
date a
but I guess
criminal,
it goes to like the perception thing, right?
which
Like
is
unfortunately it follows you even though there's no truth to it. And I guess
yeah.
why I'm bringing this up with Ventura is that I know he already gets a lot of shit, you know, for his relationships. If there's no truth to it, I feel like we kind of need to get this resolved so that this isn't something that just follows him forever, you know?
Well, that was also what I was kind of getting to was like it feels like when it comes to Maxwell, as good as she is, right?
Just went to 2 and
Not saying
176
anything
for the
against
latest
how good she is.
99B.
She she gets this idea of people based on the optics or how she reads a situation, and then that it seems to be how she forms opinions, right? So I don't know. I think a conversation between the two would probably be helpful, but I mean, just based on my own
Hi, Silver. How you
experience
guys doing
here,
in there?
it seems to be how she's operating.
Do you feel like she holds things against you? Would it be
Yes.
worthwhile to kind of clear the air between you two? I can
I
be
don't,
there for it.
if I'm ever around when she is, possibly. I just think that it's something that maybe
It's
she
like
might
some I
do with
feel
Ventura as well, though. Is like, oh,
yeah.
because he's married to a Saints member, she has this preconceived idea. Ooh,
their call?
Ammunition container.